welcome everybody to another week of learning a new solitaire game. This game is called Fortress, and the name is very appropriate. You got to take down this massive fortress that you've set up one bit at a time, and it's really hard to do it. If you liked last week's game, Beleaguered Castle, I think you'll like this one. This one's a little even harder. I've only made headway a few times in this game. But it's kind of a behemoth, so the videoing on this is going to be kind of tricky to set up. First thing you want to do is you want to put down one card at a time, starting up there, and just go back and forth one at a time until you have 5 rows. There's 6 in this top row, and then 5 in each one of these other subsequent rows. Now, the point of this is you're trying to get, for this variation, the aces right here. So when one of the top cards on the pile is exposed and it's an ace, say this one, then you can move it there in the middle. So that's building your foundation. You're going to build up from those up to kings in suit, obviously. And how you get everything else to move around on the table is really interesting. You can only move the top card, but how you move it is by suit. So this 10 can only move in 2 places, actually. You can either go up 1 or down 1 using this. So that's the cool strategy for this. It's hard, but it's still fun. So take this 2, put it there, and then let's just scan what we can do in this. So that means I have a jack of clubs right here, and I've got a queen of clubs over there. So you can either move it, the jack to the queen, or the queen to the jack. Now, one of them might be more helpful when you're trying to unwind the pile to unload it someplace else. So there's there's a lot of strategy involved in this one. A lot of luck in how the game is set up, but how you start to move each pile, that's really a lot of strategy. So for example, I see an ace that I want exposed. I have the queen here. So you got to look ahead to lots other spaces. Just got a jack right there. If I could get to it, if I could move that 5 somewhere, or I could get it to that king. And since I've got a queen of clubs and that jack of clubs, in this case I can put the queen on top of the jack. I could have gone vice versa, but now I've got to decide which one I'm going to move. I could move the queen to the king or the king to the queen. If I'm trying to expose the aces, however, I really want to expose that. So that moves. And this exposes our jack. Again, we can move the jack to the 10. Or the 10 to the jack, and sometimes you just have to look at what's underneath that card to be able to determine which way you should go. Now, 9 times out of 10 when I'm playing this game, after a minute I can see it's not going anywhere and I have to reset it, which is kind of a burden because it takes so long to set up all the cards. I didn't show that because, that's pretty exciting to watch. So let's just see what we can move. Like if I can move this 10 down here to expose that king, I can move that queen over here. So I'm going to do that. Sometimes though, it backfires, and sometimes you have to plan like 2 or 3 moves in advance because you might bury yourself without even knowing it. So just be careful, have fun. That queen there, ace there. Again, sorry about the videoing. It's such a big board and I can't really get too high up here and see what I'm doing. Maybe I could stand and move. Maybe. Okay. So let's see if there's anything else. I can move this king, but I want to get down to that 2 someday, so I don't want to move everything on top of this king. But I don't have the ace of spades pulled yet, and he's over there. Sometimes the setup is just really unfortunate. Okay. So in this case, when you have a 5, a 6, and a 7 of the same ones, sometimes you just don't move the first one you see. You kind of have to plan ahead. So if I want that 3, so I can move. Okay, yeah. This gets infinitely tricky. Well, this is a bummer. You can see sometimes I've got a 7 and a 6 here, and right underneath it is a 4 and a 5. So if I move the 6 over here and have the 4, then I can't get to that 5 there. Ugh. Okay, that's just unfortunate. I'm still gonna move this 6, 5, can't move that 4 yet. Why did I do that? Oh, because I wanted to get that 3. And if you ever get to it, if you ever can unload a whole pile here, just exposed, you just empty it, then any one card can go in there, as long any playable card, which is the top one. So there, I really need to have that exposed, don't I? Oops, that 9 was supposed to go there. I'm not watching what I'm doing. Okay, I can't really tell if this one's going to die out pretty soon. It's actually a little bit further than what I'm used to. But yeah, in order to get this 4, I've got to move that whole pile, and that doesn't look like it's going to go. To move that 5, I've got to put it on a 6 or the 4, and so that whole pile's not moving, so I can't get that ace. So that's pretty much the end of this one. The book says that it takes about 1 out of 10 times to win. I haven't won. I got really close once, and I don't know if I made a small mistake toward the end that just kind of buried myself, because you really can't undo. That'd be a nice little function in real life, but that doesn't exist yet. All right, I'm going to set it up and try another one. All right, here's trial number 2. I'd actually set it up, I think, 2 times prior to this thing, and just it wasn't going to go anywhere. I could tell just how the setup was. So if you ever see that right from the beginning, just reset it, give it a shot. Now, I didn't do it, stack this like this, but right now I've got a lot of aces already exposed, so I'm going to give this one a try. Those 3 aces. 2, it's really, you don't need to think too much when it's just ace 2, 3, but you might want to save your moves a little bit later. Like, I don't know if I want to move this 4 yet. No, I probably will. In the same suit, I guess just try to clear everything you can. Although, who am I to give advice, because I haven't really gotten very far with this. All right. Sorry, I haven't really looked at this yet. Okay, this is interesting though. Oh, okay, here's where some of the difficulty is. I can get to this ace, but I really can't, because if I can move this 10 there, move this 5, I can either move it to a 6 or to a 4. Where's the 6? 6 is up there. But if I move it to the 4, then I've got the 3 exposed. And the real problem is I can't get back to that 4 because I just covered it with the 5. So that's really frustrating. However, and yay, the 2 is buried way under there, so it's going to take a while to get to that.